are honored to be here at the 2026 International Symposium on Autoethnography and Narrative. Our presentation today is titled Navigating Dual Identities, Autoethnography and Narrative Inquiry of 3 participants as students and professors in a doctoral journey. This work represents a collaborative effort between the 3 of us as we navigated the complexities of being both educators and learners. I am joined by my colleagues, Dr. David Coker, faculty at West Liberty University, Melissa Henry, a student at West Liberty University and a faculty member at West Virginia University, and myself, Shawna Safreed, a student at West Liberty University and a faculty member at Wheeling University. Together, we explored the lived realities of the doctoral experience, looking beyond the academic requirements to understand the profound personal shifts that occur when one occupies these dual roles. We look forward to sharing the themes of struggle, resilience, and transformation that emerged from our collective narrative. In this study, we examine the dual identities of individuals who are simultaneously professors and doctoral students. Our research is guided by 3 central questions. What challenges emerge when occupying both roles at once? How role differentials shape those experiences, and how the boundaries between student and professor blur over time. The goal of this work is to better understand the lived experiences of doctoral students who are navigating these overlapping and often competing identities. Our data collection centered on capturing the vulnerability inherent in holding dual roles. Participants describe being vulnerable in 2 directions, both as instructors and as students. We used reflective methods, including drawings, written narratives, and personal vignettes, to explore how participants navigate moving between instructor-student and student-instructor identities. These reflections revealed patterns of peaks and valleys, moments of confidence alongside moments of uncertainty. Data was collaboratively annotated, discussed, and analyzed to surface meaning across participants' experiences over time. To begin, we want to walk you through the how of our work. Our study wasn't just a linear path. It was deeply recursive and an iterative process. We utilized a mix of analytical and evocative ethnography, which allowed us to balance objective data with the raw lived experiences of the participants. Influenced by the narrative inquiry and thematic analysis, we moved through cycles of unfolding, changing, and then refining. This river of data eventually led us to synthesize the core findings that we are sharing today. Before we dive into the themes, we must look at the landscape of who we studied. We looked at a diverse group including mothers, fathers, students, and clinicians. The what wasn't just a degree, it was a complex mix of dissertations, to-do lists, and legacies. What we found most striking were the different environments. We found that mothers often exist in the in-between, working in cars or at ice rinks, while fathers often utilized a covert vault for isolated focus. These disparities in time and space, the tug of war versus the luxury of focus, became the foundation for the themes that emerged. Brings us to the grand narrative, where 4 central themes emerged from our collective analysis. Theme 1 was identity duality. We observed a constant struggle between an inner reality of doubt and the outer display of doctoral competence. We found that for mothers, the identity of mothering remained foremost and visible, whereas fathering was often kept hidden or independent from the academic identity. Theme 2 was emotional exhaustion. We identified a heavy burden of juggling responsibilities and constant movement. This theme was defined by a persistent concern regarding imposter syndrome. Theme 3 was social networking. We found that mothers and cohorts actively expanded and maintained networks to survive the process, while those outside of these cohorts tended to parse their networks only retrospectively. And finally, theme 4 was school nerds. Interestingly, we found that a process of softening. While our participants have always liked school, their own struggles within the doctoral journey created a newfound deep empathy for others. By looking through these four lenses, we can see that doctoral journey is more than just an academic pursuit. It is a transformative and often exhausting evolution of identity. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our study. We really appreciate your interest in our work and hope it offered some meaningful insights. We also hope that this can be the start of more conversations like this, opening space to share ideas, ask questions, and learn from one another.